What's your take on this surge that we are seeing in SoftBank shares, obviously directly correlated to the outperformance at ARM? What is driving this specifically in your view?
Well, SoftBank's had a really, really difficult couple of years, and I think seeing this directionally turn from negative to positive, and then of course coming on the heels of a incredible ARM report. And you have to understand that the market is looking for these clear connections to artificial intelligence. Last year, we heard all about GPUs and infrastructure, but there was really only a couple of winners. The winners were really NVIDIA, and then you could possibly say, a company like Microsoft got a bit of a tailwind. SoftBank hadn't had any good news, a number of bad bets, a number of write-downs, a tremendous, fall from grace of a number of its private investments, and its public ones weren't doing well either. But this ARM bet, it was just one that people saw as needing that clear connection to AI. And when it first hit the market and the IPO first hit, it was like, yeah, we can see some connections. But yesterday, and I actually got to speak to CEO Renee House myself, more AI content, more content in the phones, more content in the data center, more content in EVs, and people are moving to ARM, AWS, and Microsoft, all this coming together to basically say ARM is an AI play, and they're clearly showing that monetization track. And of course, SoftBank stands to gain big as this continues to go up.
Indeed. Look, by all accounts, a smart investment by SoftBank, given the significant losses that we've seen on SoftBank's major investments and underwhelming returns on its portfolio. So you say there's tailwinds still left for ARM. What are the industry trends, the dynamic that will continue to move that business forward, and how will it compete strategically?
Yeah, look, you've got a couple of different things happening at the same time for ARM. You've got the competition in the data center, and there isn't a lot when it comes to where things are heading with AI inference. And that's the killer apps. We all hear about NVIDIA with the GPU. Well, when you increase the amount of, whether it's training in the data center or these applications that are going to run AI, there's going to need to be more traditional compute. ARM is at the epicenter of this. We saw NVIDIA make choices with its CPUs to use ARM. We saw this with Ampere. We're seeing this with Microsoft, AWS. We're seeing it across the board. ARM is finding its way into more designs, which is leading to billions of its devices going out into the market, not just mobile devices anymore, but they've really made that pivot into the data center. So that's huge. Then, of course, automotive continues to move in this direction. And the other big one, though, is the AI PC. Almost every CEO that I've spoken to over the last quarter, the CEOs of companies like HP and Dell, they're going to make this massive pivot to AI PC. Cristiano Amon, CEO of Qualcomm, also making a big bet AI PC. This is based on ARM technology. So ARM is going to be fueling this next generation of devices. And yes, Intel will be in that space, so Intel will be competitive. And of course, AMD is playing in that space, and AMD will be competitive. But we're seeing a lot of bets moving in ARM's direction, and we're starting to see the results, and it's coming into the top and bottom line, which yesterday clearly met the market's expectations, because I haven't seen a bump like that. I don't know about you, but I've not seen a bump like that in a company like ARM in the semi space in a long time.